Hi, my name is Elizabeth Brushchuck, and this is my video response for Task 1, Explain and Model Lower Elementary Math. For this task, I asked first graders the question, what did you use to solve our math problem today? The responses were 4 students used a number line, 9 students used counters, and 3 students used another way. And using the link from the assignment, this is the data laid out. I did a bar graph. Oh my goodness. And that's my visual representation of the student's work. Let me set this back up. And I chose doing a bar graph because I feel it's developmentally appropriate for first graders, and it directly aligns with the standard 1.MD.4, which asks students to organize, represent, and interpret data into 3 categories. And bar graphs help young students visually compare categories, see the different quantities, and answer questions such as which has more, which has less, how many more. And I think that this is just another way to break down students that are still learning early number sense. I would then ask the question of, while viewing the graph, how many students used a number line, how many used counters, and how many used another way. And these questions are lower cognitive demand questions because students only need to read the graph and identify the quantities. According to the figure 2.3 in the 5 practices book, lower level tasks require recalling the facts and reading the information directly from the representation, which in this sense is the bar graph. And they don't need to make too many connections or justify their reasoning. And a higher level question that I would pose is, how many more students use counters than all other tools combined, and how do you know this? The question is, with having a higher cognitive demand question, it requires students to combine 2 categories. So in this case, it would be the number line and other, which would be 4 plus 3 equals 7, and they have to analyze the data. And they must compare the valued counters, which was 9. And finally, they must justify their thinking using mathematical reasoning, which we used a lot within our class, and the different strategies they would be able to use. This directly aligns with 1.MD.4, especially with the expectation that students will determine how many more or less a category has compared to the other. And it requires reading the graph further and interpreting the data, making connections, and explaining the relationships that they saw, which makes the doing mathematics level on a different cognitive level for each student. And that is my response for task 1. I represented the class data with using a bar graph, explained the graphs that supports first grade's needs with that early number sense that they're still developing, and proposed higher and lower cognitive level questions. Thank you for watching.